sorry, got interrupted there. And that's another thing. There's a lot of interruptions on your spiritual awakening path, but they feel like interruptions. But again, it's the integration period that you go through. Because if you was to do this path and everything that Spirit throws at you, especially if you're a twin flame, it'd be very, you not only, you know, like the raising of your physical body, you know, because everything happens emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. You get all there's no part it doesn't touch of you, you know, because that's how deep this path is. That's how deep the inner healing goes, you know. It has to, you know, to come into this union with yourself. It's a true deep healing path, you know. There's no way getting around that. Yeah, should get another one of these cards. So yeah, this path's all about your spiritual awakening, whether you're a twin flame or, you know, you're on a spiritual awakening path. We're all on, I believe, we're all on our sacred journey back home to finding ourselves, you know. Just when our soul's ready to wake up. Whether it's this lifetime, next lifetime, I believe it's divine timing. Everything's in divine timing. When you're ready, you're going to wake up. But yeah, the journey back home to self, which I got confused for a long time, but it was about another person, about another, yeah, you know, not about me. It was some sort of mystical trick being played on me. Is what I felt like when I couldn't see past, you know, all my swords, when I couldn't see past all this these thoughts going on in my mind, and yeah, this mental chatter, and I couldn't get past that, and then I come to realise, you know, it's been a journey back home to me. I've had to take that journey with another person, yes, with another, you know, there's, even though you're not in physical, you're always connected, you know. That's what twin flames are, forever connected. This lifetime, past lifetimes, many lifetimes. But ultimately, I've come to this point now on my journey, 7 years down the line. It's quite auspicious. I'm just noticing the seven on the Mary Magdalene card, and on the 7th of September we had that eclipse, and I felt a major turning point for me during that eclipse. And I do feel turning points and eclipses and portals. That's because I just feel the energy, you know. That's I'm meant to work with the cycles, moons, things like that. It's all, yeah, these cycles and moons, they help me on my path, you know, take me to that next level. And this 7, not only is my life path number 7, so that of a true spiritual seeker of you know, higher knowledge, but the 7 is a, to me it represented my 7-year cycle from my awakening to now closing out. I'm closing out a 7-year cycle and beginning another cycle, you know. Endings and new beginnings, you know, that's what the eclipse was about. And then we went into the Nan portal on the 9th day, you know, the 9th month and the 9th year, and also the 9 universal number. So it's like 4 9s. And yeah, that was another powerful shift I felt. Again, understood. It was just taking me to that, you know, next level. But yeah, 7 is definitely very connected to me, let's just say. But let's get one more card from the Rose Oracle. Let's see. Okay, so Whispers of Mother Earth. Now, I feel very, very connected to Mother Gaia. You know, my home is a shrine to plants, and I just love nature being around me. I also recognise that nature serves as a, you know, to help my energy and to raise me. If I can't get out of the home for a reason or another, I brought nature inside, you know. I just recognise that connection I have with Mother Nature. And that's another thing what we're doing. We're working with Mother Nature, you know, to raise the frequency of the earth at this time of ascension, the new golden age. That's another thing. That's another job we've got to do. You know, we have many, many roles. It's not just one role. But this says whispers of Mother Earth, creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, and channel. Now, yeah, creativity. I've got that in spades. Love creating things. Created this channel. I love messing around with the visuals. I love doing the you know. I love anything creative. I just think it's beautiful and it reaches out to people. Ideas, yeah, I get ideas every day. You know, inspiration. Yeah, surrounded by inspiration. Spirit sends inspiration to me. You know, I am a channel. I'm a channel. You know, for this earthly realm, you know. The spirit comes through me to channel, to get spirit channels through me, you know, whether that's Mary Magdalene, higher divine feminine masters, you know, even masculine. I've had a lot over the years of high masters and angels, all that, you know, coming through. It's all real, you know. Doesn't make me a witch. Doesn't make me strange. I mean, to some people it might, but us spiritualists, you know, we're spiritualists for a reason, because we're meant to see beyond this veil. We're meant to see what others don't see yet, and we're also meant to awaken others to what they can see, you know, beyond what our human eyes can see. And we feel. I'm a feeler of energy too. I can feel shifts, you know. Just before a pandemic was coming, I said to my partner, I could feel a shift coming, and he looked at me like, okay. But to me it was normal. It was because I was feeling that. To him it was, right, okay, doctor's number, let's get to, you know, checked in and that. I've had it all on this path. I don't care anymore. I can't care anymore what other people think. I'm not going to live my life like that anymore. I've done so much healing, you know. But this is when I would have cared what others thought about me. Those 9 swords above my head. I would have cared then. I would have been like devastated to be called a witch and strange and things like that. But I've worked through my rose path, you know. I've walked the dark. Nothing that anybody else ever does to me can affect me now, because I've been through the dark many times on this path. And that's why you have to go through it the way it happens, because it's divine plan to really, really break me down, to bring my breakthrough, you know. Yeah, when you're in it, you know, you just think, ugh, what have I done to deserve this? But you also know there's a reason why you're going through it, and you know it's gonna be, you're gonna you know, you're gonna end up this. You're gonna be in that. You're gonna find that beloved within yourself, you know, and you're gonna connect with Mother Earth. You're gonna have more of a connection with the surroundings around you, you know. You're gonna yeah, you'll connect more with Mother Earth and nature, and I'm just being drawn to, like, you know, the writer. Now, I did a post a few days ago, I think it was, and I think that was also a twin flame post as well. It's only short though, because Spirit's saying keep it short, and it certainly was. 2 cards would come out, and I couldn't get any more cards out of it. So definitely a short reading. But yeah, the writer. So the writer of your story is you, nobody else. We get one life on this earth, you know, in the physical, you know, but you're the writer, you're the creator of your own story, is what that reading said the other day, you know. You are the writer. Nobody gets to write your story for you. Some will judge, of course. People will judge, you know, the people that you trigger, and the people who have got things to heal in them still. You're going to trigger that. Yeah. It's part of being on this path. I accept that as well. But nobody gets to write your story but you. This story is all yours. Nobody else's. So you get to decide. You get to decide how you're going to live your life. Are you going to stay in this, you know, this mindset, and keeping yourself, you know, shackled into your own mind and thoughts and things, and letting other people dictate how you live your life? Or are you going to take that journey, that rose path? Are you going to wait for those thorns, which is your mind, you know, your own thoughts and things like that? Are you going to wait through that? And are you going to start opening that rose up? And are you going to find the beloved within? Are you going to create the sacred union? Is what they're saying. And then with all that comes all your connection with Mother Earth, and the connection, you know, to self gets stronger and stronger and stronger. I think, is that it? I think that's it. No, we're saying one more rose. One more rose. Okay, there's another message in here. One more rose, then I can talk about the butterfly wings, is what's coming through. And I was going to talk about it the other day, and it was the Lightcode I was drawn to. But I kept getting so many interruptions, I totally forgot. So they say one more rose, and then I can talk about the butterfly wings, which is Shuhami. It's called. Okay. And I know why now, but what is this card? So, open. Say yes. Expand through the extremes. Trust life. Now, what have I just been saying? You are the writer of your own story. You know, you create your own world. You create what you want in your life and what you don't want in your life. You create everything. You are the writer. And this is saying, Spirit's saying, be open. You know, and say yes to things, you know. So if you want to take that next step on your journey, instead of saying no and being scared to, say yes. Take that leap. Like the Fool, you know, the card in Tarot, Fool. That lady was standing at the edge of that cliff, ready to jump into the unknown. she's not scared. She's saying yes, but she don't know what's going to come. She's got no idea. You know, she's on that tip. She's on the tippy toes, and she's ready to take that leap into the next step. Spirit's saying, say yes. So if you've been quite scared of saying yes to something that you've really wanted to do, the Spirit's saying, push those doubts aside and say yes, because you'll never know if you don't try. And expand through the extremes. So that expansion through you saying yes and taking that next leap, although you're a bit, well, I don't know where this is going, that expansion will come automatically because you've took that next step. You know, you're willing to go to the next level, is what Spirit's saying. And the last word is trust life. Yeah? Trust yourself, they're saying as well. Trust yourself. You know, trust your life, the way it's unfolding. It's unfolding the way it's meant to unfold. I believe everything's got a divine plan for us, especially now I'm on this spiritual awakening path. I know there's a divine plan for each and every one of us, you know. So the Spirit's saying trust that. Trust yourself and trust the divine plan. Yeah, that's it. No more cards, I can tell. Okay, I can speak about the scene. I can speak about butterfly now. So, if you've been following me, you'll know that I love Lightcodes. This was quite new to me. A few years back, there was another spiritual gift that came back to me, spiritual knowing. Yeah, I've done the work, and my Lightcodes returned to me. My remembrance of, you know, the codes I held inside me was returning. So yeah, this is butterfly wings. Spread your wings and fly. Release resistance and trust. That's why I was drawn to pick this book up again this morning. And yeah, it all connects, you see. It's all connecting with me as we go further and further. You know, sometimes I'll know, sometimes I won't. It's just how Spirit wants it. So trust. And it says trust in this book as well. And release that resistance. That's your resistance. That's what they're saying. The corners of your mind, all them doubts and negative thoughts that you might be holding on to, that's your resistance. So Spirit's saying trust and release that resistance. And it says when we begin to release that which restricts us, we become lighter, more confident, more positive. This is our opportunity to find our wings and gently, gracefully, and with strength and beauty, take flight. Now, I'm drawn to all cards of angel wings, women's wings, anything with wings, I love. And I know why. It's because it's that meaning that of spreading your wings and flying, you know, just being free to actually be who you really are, with no resistance, no doubt, no care what others will think of you. It's just that freedom these wings give you. And I've found my wings. It's been a long journey to find my wings, but my wings are fully expanded now. Done that work, I've gained my wings back, whether that's angel wings, butterfly wings, women's wings. I'm ready to fly, is what I'm saying. So it says here, like a butterfly, we can float and fly from flower to flower in search of that which will feed our soul. And that's so true, you know. And then it says here, Shuhami offers you the energetic feeling of opening and stretching your soft wings further than you may have in a long time. That expansion. You know, this card's saying trust, say yes. And You know, move all that resistance out the way, and you'll expand. You know, you'll go to extremes you never thought was possible, is what this is saying. And it says, stretching your soft wings further than you have in a long time, or potentially more than you ever have before. So limitless is what comes to my mind. We're limitless. Once we let go and we take that leap, you know, like the Fool card, that lady, she stood there and she's going to go to the extremes, you know, she's going to take that leap. That's when, you know, you expand more, that expansion comes. Trust that your wings will keep you aloft as you continue to release bitter emotions or memories and find more places and situations that provide sweet, nourishing nectar. So they're saying trust. But, you know, once you gain your wings as well, trust you'll always have them. You can never lose them once you gain them back. No matter how many people might try to take them or tell you you've got no wings. You know, you're not going to sprout wings, Spirit's saying. We're not physically going to sprout these wings. Although I've seen it in meditation where I've come out of the caterpillar phase, you know, that butterfly in the darkness, locked in dark, and I've seen myself as a butterfly soaring off, you know, getting my wings back during meditation. But yeah, so Shuhami also comes with a message. You have done good work within yourself. You have awakened your true power. It is time to take the next step. It is time to let go. That Fool card. It's time to just leap. Don't be scared. Let that resistance go. It is time to let go. Free yourself and live your highest purpose. Now, when you find your wings, you do live your highest purpose. But your wings have returned to you for that reason. And it is time to transform yourself from what you once were to what you are becoming. You must find the right flowers in the right gardens to nourish and support you so you can grow, flourish and step into the miraculous life you were meant to live. Now that message there to me about finding the right flowers in the right garden to nourish and support you so you can grow. Now that to me means the right people, environment, your surroundings means so much. You know, don't surround yourself with negative people. Have empathy, but you don't have to be around that if you know you want to take this next step on your journey. You don't. If it's not on your frequency and you don't find that peace in yourself being around that environment, situation, you don't have to surround yourself with that. Whether that's, I mean, I surround myself with crystals and plants and beautiful things in my house, so that the environment for me is just as much a part of this path than you know, me being on the path. It's all connected, is what I'm saying. It makes a big difference, you know, on your next step of this journey, you know, to surround yourself with really nourishing things. That's also food. They're saying food, because your body is your temple, and I spoke about this before. It needs to be a clean vessel, you know, for you to be a channel. And I've done years and years of cleaning my body out. You know, very clean diet. I've had to learn the hard way. I got ill very, probably in my late 20s, maybe early 30s. I got ill, very ill. Where I had to go through many years of fighting back and getting my physical body in. You know, with that comes the emotional, the mental, all that. It's all connected, everything. So yeah, many years of cleaning this vessel out, and yoga, you know, practice daily, being very disciplined in what I eat, because I have to. I had no choice anyway. So I was on this path, you know, is what I'm saying. Spirit had a plan all along. Yeah, I had to have many years of fighting my way back, but it was all for purpose. It was all for this high purpose that I'm here for now. But yeah, environment, you know. So the saying to absorb shuhami. So I'm breaking it up into 3 there, you know. Sit quietly and comfortably with shuhami in front of you. Relax, breathe deeply and slowly. Allowing yourself to sink into the ground, bring your soft gaze to the symbol. Quietly sense the energy radiating from the back of your body, 3 feet out into the space behind you, out into space. And pay attention to your feet. Feel yourself sinking ever more deeply into the earth. Now notice the back of your body again. Feel for your wings. They are there. Once you have connected with them, sit with them for a moment. And then it just says, continue to look at the symbol. And you know, when you stare, when I first started to work with Lightcodes, they came into, not by chance, I found them. Spirit wanted me to, it was time. I thought, well, what's this staring malarkey gonna do? How is that going to, you know, start making changes in my life and in my psyche and all that? But what Lightcodes do, and light language, is they bypass the human mind. They don't make no sense to the human mind. And that's where my human mind was coming in. This is where I was fighting with me, my ego mind. I was like, well, that's never going to work. But I sat with it and meditated with them daily. Started from the very first page, worked my way through the book. Still working my way through the book. And then pretty soon I started seeing shifts. Just slowly at first, you know, and then it started to escalate and escalate and escalate. I felt more shift in myself, and you know, now I fully understand where there was going. There was going to my soul. There was bypassing this human ego mind of mine, and the soul language. So it resonated with my soul, which then was cellular. You know, it was cellular deep. It's very yeah, it goes deep. You know, like light language. It's soul, goes to the soul, so it doesn't make no sense to the human mind. But pretty soon I started to see shifts, and yeah, some big shifts coming into my life in all areas. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, you know, I offer light language now in my Reiki sessions also, and it just amps it up. Reiki is powerful anyhow on its own, crystal healing. But I was drawn to, well, not even drawn to, it just sort of organically happened that way, that when I'm doing the Reiki sessions, my light language just flows through automatically. So it's just a inner knowing of, I'm meant to, you know, share this powerful healing modality with others. You know, this meant to share my DNA, because it's in my DNA. So it's codes in me that I remember. They've already been there. I've just remembered them. I've just unearthed them through all my healing that I've done. But yeah, couldn't be without it now in my life. First, it was a bit strange, very strange, and it is when you're not used to certain things. But again, I pushed through that resistance. I pushed through those blocks that was keeping me back from going to that next level, to elevating on my path, you know, that evolution. And I trusted myself. And I trusted this journey. And I trusted that it's all been for a high purpose. other than me. You know, it's not about me. Although it's my vessel that's bringing this, it's ultimately for humanity and helping people, you know, in this ascension that we're in, you know. Ultimately, that is what it is, and I trust the journey now. I trust all of it. I wouldn't be able to speak on it if I didn't trust it. But yeah, so just, you know, screenshot this symbol. You can see it's butterfly wings. And what you do is you just, you know, meditate. What I'll do, I'll also write down, you know, in the description of the, you know, the card of the day, or the deck of the message of the day. I'll also write down the meditation. So if you know, if you screenshot that, if you want to start working with Lightcodes, I'll write down the meditation for you all as well. And then you can go to it any time, you know, and just see how you get on with it. But yeah, it's just language of the soul. It's soul. And it's ancient, you know, it's ancient language. Beautiful, healing codes. I shall leave it there because I have to go someplace today. And yeah, I knew this reading was going to be different decks, different oracle decks, but all along the same lines of, you know, Spirit's message. It's all connected. Yeah, when you know, that's how it works for me. Just pick my decks and it just starts flowing. But yeah, so about resistance and letting go of your resistance. And that was the message, the first message of the Nine of Swords that came through. That's your resistance, the Spirit was saying. Now, that resistance is, you know, can be your own mind and that holding you back and taking that next step to evolve. So, okay, I'll speak to you all soon and have a lovely day. I'm going to post, because I've had a lovely lady that sent me a message on YouTube. So I'm also on YouTube if you are on YouTube. But she asked for me to help her release a throat chakra. She enjoyed my last video that I did on the throat chakra activation, and she could feel something happening in the throat chakra, you know, that activation. And she's also a singer, so very, very important to her. So she wants me to release another video along the same lines, but yeah, for releasing blocks on the throat chakra. So I'm going to do that later on when I get back in for her, and it'll be on YouTube, but I'll post it on here as well. But yeah, so it's lovely to when I have people reaching out to me and enjoying my videos. I know this channel's doing what I set out to do, then, you know, and it's really making a difference to people's lives, and that's what we're here for, ultimately. So yeah, I shall speak to you all soon. And yeah, if you like the light language videos, I do, and you have any ideas of another one, you know, you might have blocks in the heart chakra, you know, feel free to drop me a message and I'll see what I can do. So yeah, just thought I'd mention that to you all, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.